Welcome back. In this module, we are looking at record trigger flow testing. The good news is that flows do not need some totally separate testing universe. Record trigger flows are tested through the same DML operation you are already writing in Apex test. Here's how it works. When your test does something like update order, Salesforce runs the full order of execution automatically. That includes validation rules, if applicable, before Apex trigger, the database save, after save flows, if applicable, and then Apex trigger. The key idea is simple. You do not call the flow manually. Your DML fires the flow and then you assert the results. The example flow is very specific. It is a record trigger flow on order object. It fires after save, specifically after update. The condition is status changes to cancelled, and the action is to update payment status to refund. So the business logic is simple. When an order is cancelled, the payment status should automatically become refunded, and that also tells us exactly what the test needs to do. Update the order status to cancel and then assert that the payment status become refunded. Let's look that in Salesforce. So let's open this particular flow. So this is the flow on the order object, and it gets fired when the status is changed. And after that, we will go and update the payment status field. Let's go back to presentation. The test pattern is straightforward. First, arrange the data by creating an order and setting its payment status to paid. Then act by updating the order status to cancel, which triggers the flow. After that, requery the record from the database and assert that payment status is now refunded. That requery is important because this is after save automation. So the database record changes after the DML, not in memory copy you started with. So if I look that, this is that test flow which fires. It check and assert whether the status is made refunded or not. So let's look at some key notes. Record trigger flows fire from your test DML. Before save flows, changes can be visible immediately in trigger.new. After save flow, changes require you to requery the record to see those updates. That is why the warning on the screen matters. Always requery after DML for after save flows. Also, remember that a flow and a trigger may both update the same field. In before save behavior, the last one wins. In after save behavior, they can make separate update, and yes, test, start test, and test stop test still applies here too.